Presentation on general information of spreads. So what are spreads? A spread is a 2-pager on a yearbook that focuses mainly on one topic. There are generally 4 types of spreads: weeklies, interrupters, sports, and reference, but general designers only have to worry about the first 3. Weeklies. Weeklies are spreads that detail the events that happen in a 2-week time frame. These 2 weeks are cluster assigned every deadline, so you don't have to worry about that. They consist of the same thing and are laid out the same, and more examples will be shown in later slides. Interrupters. Interrupters are spreads about any topic that you can make unique. There are no templates, so you really have to get creative with these types of spreads. You have the creative freedom to choose your interrupter's color scheme, graphic elements, and layout. Sports. Sports spreads are spreads that detail a season-specific sport. So for example, football spreads are during the fall, while soccer spreads are during the winter. These spreads have a template, so you'll just be placing in photos and text while also making similar graphic elements. Layout. While making layouts, make sure to appropriate use of visual hierarchy and white space, and this goes on both weeklies and interrupters. Visual hierarchy is how much space different elements take up on your spread. So more important things should be bigger, while less important things should be smaller. You want to make sure that anyone can easily tell what the main focus of your spread is and what is not. White space. White space is the empty space in your spread. Make sure your spread is not too crowded with photos and text, so your spread is not too overwhelming to the eyes. Anatomy of a weekly. The dominant photo is the largest photo in the spread. Photo package is the collection of photos on a spread, including the dominant photo. Headline. Main title that relates to the dominant photo and body copy. Subheadline. A sentence that explains and connects the headline to the body copy. Byline. A line that credits the people who worked on the spread or section. Body copy. Main story of the spread that pertains to the headline. Captions are a short story or a short copy that explains what is happening in the photo. Mods are a form of alternative coverage used to expand coverage. ACD stands for All Coverage Device, and it provides extra coverage to a question that relates to the theme of the book, and is usually through a short answer from 2 to 3 people. Folio is a small label that contains the page topic. Eyeline is an invisible line that cuts across the spread, and it usually makes the spread look cleaner. This shows all the parts and is labeled, and make sure you memorize this for an assignment. Weeklies. You'll have some creative freedom to arrange those elements however you want, but those are all the things that must be in your weekly. And their color schemes will depend on the season. So for example, summer weeklies are yellow, winters are blue, fall is red, and spring weeklies are green. IBC. IBC stands for italicized, bold, and color. IBCs are placed on names, teams, and clubs. The color of your IBC is based on the color scheme. So, for example, on the right, you can see that the color scheme is yellow, so the IBCs are also yellow. IBCs are in body copies, captions, and subheadlines, and bylines. And to note, IBCs are never repeated. So let's say the name John Doe is mentioned in the subheadline and body copy. You would only need to IBC where his name appears first, so it would be in the subheadline. Also, club names, if they're abbreviated, make sure you IBC the full club name followed by the abbreviated name in parentheses. Colors. Colors are made of hues, saturations, and shades. Hue is basically the color, saturation is how intense the specific color is, and shade is how dark or light the color is. For your spreads, color schemes, try to go for monochromatic, analogous, and complementary color scheme. Monochromatic is a color scheme where all of your colors are the same hue but different saturations. Analogous is where your color scheme is, or where the colors are all near each other's hues. And complementary is a color scheme where your colors are opposite of each other on the color wheel. And these 3 color choices are not You don't have to use them, but they're recommended. And this is an example of all three. And this is how you upload PDFs. So step 1, log into Freezance. Step 2, click on Upload Pages, which is near the right. Step 3 is to click on Browse for Files. Step 4, in that window you would find your PDF by searching your file name. And the last step is to open and upload. And this is the end of the presentation.